It's a great day to be fishing out here at Mountain Creek Ranch. Welcome to the Tales of Mountain Creek Ranch. I'm Terri Tucker. So for the last 15 minutes or so, I've been casting this little spinnerbait out into the water. Bright yellow, little pattern up on the spoon part, and trying to rally up a winter fish on this great, beautiful, rare, warm day here in the Ozarks. And nothing's happening. Absolutely nothing has been enticed to bite this lure. I work a lot with recruiting teams, and a lot of times we think about, why aren't I recruiting? Why aren't the right people wanting to come to work for my company? And I think about fishing, and I think about the lures that we use. I could probably today, in February, in the Ozarks, cast this little thing all day long into this lake, this pond, and absolutely nothing would bite it. And I would be exhausted and tired from fishing all day and not even getting a bite. So what's wrong? Not using the right bait. And I'm not really looking at the fish and what's happening in their life at this time of year. One of the things you got to think about is, where are the fish? Well, this time of year, the fish are way deep in the warmer water. The top water is just too cold. So they go deep. So if I'm using a topwater lure, like this popper right here, that just floats, sits on, and you pop it across the top of the water, the fish are gonna not even see it. They're not even gonna be interested in it. So the smart thing to do is to use something that goes into their habitat, that gets down to where they are. Something like a weighted hook with a worm. So now what I've decided to do, because I can't catch a fish, is to use live bait. And that's authenticity, that's real. And the fish know it, and they see it, and they go, oh, I know what that is. Sometimes in our businesses, that's what we got to do. We got to be real. We got to be authentic. And this was exactly what I was going for. Authenticity wins. Go warm up. So this is a great big huge spoon, maybe used in a large body of water, maybe for stripers or hybrids. And that's not what I'm fishing for. I'm in a pond, on a farm, on the ranch. So it's important to know what's appropriate. In the spring, these little rebels, these little baits are good to try and attract the fish that are furiously feeding. But in cold winter days like this, you got to be a little more creative. So when we think about recruiting, we think about trying to attract people to come to work in our businesses, we have to have that same mindset. Where are they? What are they doing this time of year? What's appealing to them? Then we look at what kind of offerings we can make. What lures do we have? And we say, is that enticing to them? Let's look through their eyes. So I live on a lake, and I have two boys and my husband, and we do love to fish. One thing I've learned through the years is those little pesky bluegill. When we are fishing deep and we're fishing for bass or catfish, you got to get past the bluegill to get the fish you want. So you put a heavier weight on with a worm, let's say, so you can get past the bluegill really fast and get down to where the fish you want are. In this employment economy, there are probably a lot of people looking, but are they the kind of people we want? Thank you for joining me for this Tales from Mountain Creek Ranch.